white racist hateful breadbacks of America's instruction. The spirit of truth declare here again a majestic reign and ownership of the world, including United States of America, its populace, and all things everywhere forever. Goodness Almighty declare here to the entire world the takeover of Ego Facebook, of Shame, Breitbart.com, and all other medium of communication outlets and communication outlets everywhere in the world. Goodness Almighty command the immediate broadcast of her holy pronouncements and commands of the Spirit of Truth from the 1st of January to December 2012, as well as those since the 20th of August 2016 to today, 29 November 2016, stolen in the middle of the night, that evil incarnate Steve Bannon and cohort hateful group worldwide, Donald Trump, Pence, Governor of Florida, including your immediate families, associates, partners, etc., are all cursed and condemned to futility henceforth. Goodness Almighty, the Spirit of Truth, is the only commander on earth and in heaven, whose words are the only reality. Ìbà fún Olódùmarè, Ọlọ́run ní ṣọlá, ọ̀gá ológo jùlọ, alágbára jùlọ, alágbàwí ẹ̀dá, àṣẹ ní tèdùmarè, bá ti wí ló ń rí. I'm here to talk about the white race and the evil that it is amongst creation. The power that was stolen from Olori race, Imole people, in West Africa, 1389, was due for return 600 years after in 1989. Instead of ego white Europeans all over the world to return that power after 600 years of the Spirit of Truth asking daily that the power be returned, they did not return it. Laide Feintola came to Europe in summer 1989 to pray and to retrieve the promised holy heritage. On November 9 and 10 of 1989, Ego Germany erupted in violence and demonstration and broke down the Berlin Wall. It is not by accident. It is white men's program of continuing to hold on to the power and using it to better themselves, as they've done for the past millennia. Now, we are in 2016, that is 27 years after the due date, and we are still, the power has been taken from them, because I have prayed and the Holy Spirit has guided me into following the path at which I encounter whites, both female and male, every day, and there were exchanges, and I have, by the grace of God, been able to retrieve power, glory, wealth, command, riches from white men all over Europe and all over the world too. It is no accident that the king of Saudi Arabia died last year. Neither is it strange that the king of Qatar died only a few weeks ago. The king of Thailand died. South Korea is erupting in violence, and they are telling Mrs. Park to abdicate position. These are the examples of what white Anglo-Saxon did with Olorire's power. White males came to Africa with bowl in hand for food and for healing. Olorire prayed with them, guided them, followed them to Europe, prayed with them, and people awoke in spirit. But because the white race is a vagabond race and had been roaming the world for millennia and a half before it came to Africa in 1389, followed by the Hebrews, it now combined the spirit of truth that was used to pray to and awaken unto. They combined it with magic and came back to steal power. That power now we've retrieved, but in our attempt to want to use it, European men, especially, there are women too, there are a lot of women that are into it too, because they are the same race and they believe in their supremacy. But they also know that it's just the use of the word supremacy or imposition, just putting themselves in front, is just their way of struggling to hold on to what is not theirs and that can never be theirs. The only spirit is goodness herself. She is wisdom. She is the truth. She allowed the white European hateful people to continue to use the power because she realized their stupidity. And that stupidity does not help anybody. All the hatred that Europeans had shown towards all other races, and especially with the Olorire, the black people of Africa, in slavery, through colonization, and up to date, they have been fooled into thinking that they are in charge. They are not in charge. The spirit of truth is in charge. And she says, because the white hateful race likes to hold on to what is not, let it be until when she will bring the right person along to come and retrieve power. Donald Trump did not win the election. Barack Obama was tricked into thinking that he could rule America and people have voted for him. But on getting there, he realized that this evil spelling, cursing, abusing black people is what the white race's so-called belief and power rest on. And because he himself is not healed, Barack Obama, he fell for it. His 8 years in power had been futile because he failed to meet people's expectation. He could have done it if he were in spirit, if he had managed to pray. But he refused to pray. And so his time is up, and the white race knew what Barack does not know. And that is to say, the call of goodness since 627 years is on, that white man should vacate all leading position in the world. The world does not belong to the white man. It belongs to goodness almighty, and whoever, be they brown, green, or yellow, that prays to her and she's pleased with, she will nominate to be in charge. In Britain, in America, in Germany, in France, in Nigeria, so will it be. Out of hatred, as part of the hatred that white man has been inflicting, white man stole power and decided to use the power that is the holy heritage, that is to say, the way God created us and ministers and prays unto our mind. All the things that the Lord had been calling onto the mind of the Olorire since He's been talking to them in spirit. Ergo, Britain and America decided to go shopping and give it to South Korea, Japan, Thailand. They have king in Thailand now. One just died, another one is just being installed today. That people worship as if they are gods. And that is part of the scandal that the white race has caused in this world. Those empty figures, Mrs. Park, the king of Thailand, whoever is the king in Japan. Goodness is the only spirit that reigns all over the world. It's she that nominates who is in spirit to rule over her people. She delegates such power. It is not the white man to do that. And so therefore, all these kingdoms of Qatar, of Saudi Arabia, of Korea, of Japan, of Thailand, everywhere, they are insulting the soul of the Olori race. And they put themselves there like Elizabeth and family put themselves in England for people to continue to worship and adore them while they go in the dark to curse heaven. And you cannot curse heaven and come unto daylight. As you curse heaven in the dark, you come out to come and see the response to what you've done. Barack Obama will continue ruling America. It is the command of the Holy Spirit. Ergo, Donald Trump will not assume